What about cardio equipment? You never mentioned cardio equipment. How do you stay lean year round? So this was a question I got on my YouTube comment section, and I wanted to cover it in terms of cardio, what I do now, and am I actually doing anything with cardio in order to stay in shape year round? Now, cardio for me has simply become walking my dogs, and that's perfectly fine by me. Where I'm at in my life with twins, with not a lot of time to do other things, trying to learn piano that you can see in the background. Really, all of my cardio these days is just walking my dogs around the neighborhood. Now, I do usually walk them about twice a day, somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes each time, so somewhere between 40 minutes to an hour every single day. I usually get around 8 to 10,000 steps a day. So it's not like I'm doing nothing, but I wouldn't say I'm actually actively going out and doing cardio if you're looking at something like running, jogging, or biking, anything like that. I've really moved away from that. I'm not really doing that at this time. However, I do 3 resistance trainings a week. You can actually see that over at GamerBody.com, the exact plan I'm following. But I have also added in there farmer's carries. So for 15 minutes, I try to reach 1,000 steps while carrying weights. Right now, I'm doing about 50 pounds in each hand and trying to, within 15 minutes, do 1,000 steps. So you could count that something that's like strength cardio if you wanted to. But something I enjoy doing as it has some carryover into the real world, especially when you're carrying the twins around in car seats and things of that nature. In terms of other things, in the past, I have done biking. I do have a bike in my garage, but I haven't used it in ages. If you go even further back, I used something like the Renfo spin bike, which I actually loved using and used quite a bit. I did a lot of racing on there, but when I bought their last version, it overheated on me really bad after I moved across country. That's why I got the new version, but I was burning that thing out within 5 minutes, so I returned it, and I just haven't looked back to get anything else. Now, I have looked at things such as like standing desk treadmills where it's under your desk and you kind of just walk on it, which aren't too bad. They're a couple $100, which I've looked into, but really just have never pulled the trigger on it. I really just don't know if I want to. Maybe if I feel like I'm getting really out of shape and I want to add something like incline walking or whatever. But I'm really just, right now, it's just walking my dogs. I stay in pretty good shape doing that, and then I just do high intensity resistance training, not HIIT, but just hard resistance training workouts 3 times a week right now, full body, and that seems to do the trick for me. One thing I will let you know that I did do is I have focused more on protein in my diet being a staple of it, and that has helped me lately keep, I guess, my leanness down. If you want to say I'm lean, I've actually gained over 10 pounds over the last year. I went from 185 starting I think in 2024 to when I hit 2025, I actually hit over 200 pounds, which is the heaviest I've ever been. So I wouldn't say I'm like in the most lean shape I've ever been after the holiday season, but I'm kind of going back down. I actually just this past weekend went down to 196, so I'm moving in that direction to see if I can lean out a little bit going into the summer months. But to answer your question, no, I really don't do any cardio outside of walking my dogs at this time.